Hi, and welcome to Higher English, your go-to channel for mastering business English. I'm Craig, and today we're going to talk about informal expressions for money and finance. These expressions can make your English sound more natural and relatable, whether you're discussing budgets, costs, or even just spare change. We'll use two examples of how to use these expressions, one in a more professional context than the other. So, let's get started. Let's kick things off with spare change, which refers to a small amount of money you have left over or don't mind spending. People usually use it to describe coins or small bills they have in their pocket. Imagine you're getting a coffee with a friend and they are short on cash. Don't worry, I've got some spare change to cover it. You might say, I always keep some spare change in my bag for small purchases. Next up is peanuts, which is a way to describe an amount of money that's so small it's almost insignificant. This expression is often used when talking about low wages or minor expenses. Suppose you hear that someone received a tiny bonus at work. You could say, they're paying you peanuts for all that extra work. You could also say, this budget is peanuts compared to what we need to complete the project. Similar to spare change, pocket change refers to a small amount of money, often not significant enough to consider saving. This term can also imply something affordable or inexpensive. Imagine your team needs some inexpensive supplies. You might say, the cost is just pocket change, so it won't affect our main budget. You might also say, I'm not too worried about the cost, it's just pocket change. When you bet your bottom dollar on something, it means you're absolutely certain about it, usually in a way that risks everything on a single outcome. It's a great expression to use when you want to convey strong confidence. Let's say you're sure a client will agree to a proposal. You could say, I'd bet my bottom dollar they'll say yes after seeing the numbers. You might also say, you can bet your bottom dollar that our sales will increase this quarter with this new strategy. Burning a hole in your pocket is our next example, and this phrase is used when someone has money and they are eager to spend it right away. It's often used to describe someone who finds it hard to save and instead spends money impulsively. Imagine you receive a bonus and feel like buying something immediately. You might say, this extra cash is burning a hole in my pocket. You could also say, that bonus is burning a hole in his pocket. He's already planning on spending it all. Go Dutch is a casual phrase meaning to split the cost of something, usually a meal between everyone involved. This is common in business settings to avoid one person covering the entire bill. Suppose you're out to lunch with a few colleagues. You could say, shall we go Dutch on the bill? You might also say, let's go Dutch for the team lunch to keep things fair. Next, we have the expression cost an arm and a leg, which is used to describe something very expensive. It's often used when the price of something is shockingly high. Suppose a team member suggests upgrading the office with designer furniture. You might respond, that would cost us an arm and a leg. Let's find something more budget-friendly. You could also say, hiring that contractor will cost us an arm and a leg, so we should consider other options. Break the bank is a phrase used when something is so expensive it could wipe out your savings or budget. It's helpful for describing large expenses that aren't financially practical. If someone suggests hosting a company event at a luxury venue, you could say, we don't need to break the bank to make it memorable. Let's find a nice but affordable option. You might say, we want a good venue but nothing that'll break the bank. If someone has money to burn, it means they have plenty of extra cash to spend, but they're not too concerned about saving. It's often used to describe people who make extravagant purchases. Imagine a co-worker who buys the latest tech gadget right when it comes out. You might say, wow, you must have money to burn with that purchase. You could also say, with his high salary, he seems to have money to burn on things like fancy dinners. Make ends meet. This expression Make ends meet is used when talking about covering basic expenses on a limited budget. It's often used by people who are managing their finances carefully to cover essentials. If a colleague mentions they're struggling with bills, you might respond with, "It can be tough to make ends meet with rising costs these days." You could also say, with her student loans, she's just trying to make ends meet every month. I hope these money expressions add some flair and nuance to your conversations and help you sound more natural when talking about finances. Practice using these next time you're in a conversation about money, and notice how much more relatable and fluent you'll sound. If you liked the video, hit the subscribe button for more free lessons like these, and check out higherenglish.org for more free resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.